Hi, this is JD and I am here with Joyce Talk. Today's video is about the Great Resignation. Trust you will enjoy being with me. The economy is bigger now than it was before the pandemic struck. However, US is down by 5 million workers from pre-crisis levels. When the pandemic began, Melissa Villarreal was teaching history to middle schoolers at a private school in a wealthy California neighborhood. It was a job and a field she loved. Now, just over a year later, she has left teaching entirely to work in industrial design at a large beauty company. People like Villarreal are leaving their jobs or thinking about it in droves. A Microsoft survey of more than 30,000 global workers showed that 41% of workers were considering quitting or changing professions this year. And a study from HR software company Personio of workers in the UK and Ireland showed 38% of those surveyed plan to quit in the next 6 months or to a year. In the US alone, April saw more than 4 million people quit their jobs, according to a summary from the Department of Labor, the biggest spike on record. There are several reasons people are seeking a change in what some economists have dubbed the Great Resignation. For some workers, the pandemic precipitated a shift in priorities, encouraging them to pursue a dream job or transition to being a stay-at-home parent. For most, workers are taking decisions to leave based on how their employers treated them or did not treat them during the pandemic. Ultimately, workers stayed at companies that offered support and darted from those that did not. A recent Stanford study found that companies with bad environments doubled down on decisions that did not support workers. If you are worried about your kids, about your health, financial insecurity, and covering your bills and all the things that come with being human, you are less likely to be productive. And we were all worried about those things. Workers expected their employers to make moves to help alleviate or at least acknowledge those concerns, and companies that failed to do so have suffered. The mass departure is happening at all levels of work and is especially evident in service and retail jobs. Many of the stories have tended to focus on white-collar jobs, but the biggest trends are really around traditionally low-wage roles and essential workers. In fact, the American retail sector has seen more recent resignations than any other industry. Just fewer than 650,000 retail workers quit in the month of April alone, according to data from the Labor Department. Throughout the pandemic, essential workers have borne the brunt of employers' decisions, working long hours on smaller staffs that required interaction with the public with little to no safety measures put in place by the company and no guarantee of paid sick leave. Now, companies including Target and Best Buy have raised wages, while McDonald's and Amazon are offering hiring bonuses ranging from $200 to $1,000. Still, a survey by executive search firm Korn Ferry found that 94% of retailers are having trouble filling empty roles. It's not just about the money. Many retail and service workers are departing in favor of entry-level positions elsewhere that actually pay less but offer more benefits, upward mobility, and compassion. Could this great resignation bring about meaningful long-term change to workplace culture and the way companies invest in their employees? In late March 2020, billionaire entrepreneur and investor Mark Cuban appeared on a CNBC special titled Markets in Turmoil and warned companies not to force employees back to work too soon. It's become compulsory for companies to make serious investments in their employees' wages, opportunities, and overall well being if they were not doing so already. If for no other reason, then it's simply good for business. When there's a lot of people moving, that costs companies in terms of turnover and lost productivity. It takes 6 to 9 months to onboard someone to be fully effective. Companies that lose a lot of their workforce are going to struggle with this over the next 12 to 16 months and maybe much longer. Companies that don't invest in their people will fall behind. But how do CEOs view this worker shortage and so-called Great Resignation? Is it a speed bump or something bigger? To find out, Fortune surveyed CEOs in collaboration with Deloitte and heard from 117 chief executive officers. Here's what they found. 73% of CEOs say a labor/skill shortage is the most likely external issue to disturb their business in the next 12 months. 57% of CEOs say attracting and recruiting talent is among their organization's biggest challenges. That was followed by 51% who said retaining talent. 35% of CEOs say they have expanded benefits in the past 12 months in order to strengthen their ability to retain talent. 67% of CEOs say they expect strong growth for their company over the next 12 months. Another 31% say modest growth, while 3% say weak growth. Dr. Laura Hamill, Chief Science Advisor at Limeade, an immersive employee well-being company with a mission to create healthy employee experience, said about this trend. The mass exodus workplaces have experienced over the past several months is unprecedented. Burnout level reached an all-time high. There was a social breakdown when it came to ecosystem of work, home, and well-being. People reached their limits. Limeade conducted a study, the Great Resignation Update. The survey polled 1,000 US-based full-time employees at companies with 500 or more employees about burnout, well-being, and organizational care. All respondents started a new job in 2021 and have been there for at least 3 months. Here are some highlights of their findings. Main reasons why employees quit. 1. Burnout, 40%. 2. Company going through organizational changes, 34%. 3. Lack of flexibility, 20%. Instances of discrimination, 20%. Contributions and ideas not being valued, 20%. 4. Insufficient benefits, 19%. 5. Well-being not supported by company, 16%. Now a look at what the job switcher sought out in a new job. 1. Ability to work remotely according to personal preference, 40%. 2. Better compensation, 37%. 3. Better management, 31%. 4. Better company reputation, 29%. 5. Better work-life balance, 26%. 6. Flexible work schedule, 24%. Hamill advocates for managers to inquire how their staff is doing and actively listen to their answers. She wants supervisors to embrace their employees and show them that they care by acting. This could be in the form of small surveys to learn what will make them happier and engaged in their jobs. encourage open and honest conversations between managers and workers. Leaders should voice that they care for them as human beings. Caring for and loving people at work shows compassion and helps their well-being. It's winning scenario for both workers and management. A happier and appreciative workforce will heighten productivity and increase profits. That is all for today. Do subscribe, share, and be with me for my forthcoming bi-weekly videos. I will keep coming with knowledge-based interesting videos. Please do not forget to put in your valuable thoughts and comments. Thank you and goodbye for now. See you in the next one.